What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Goose Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I used to say one of these days you're going to hear me say, I quit my day job. And I don't think that day will ever come. Because I think I've evolved my day job to doing stuff that's really, really enjoyable. To answer your question, Alexander Nigron, I know I got your name, I'm not pronouncing it right. Can I paint your butcher block? Can I fill in the colors for it? That would be a yes. So I'm painting the flag on here now before we epoxy it. Now, some people will say, oh my God, you're making a butcher block and you're using latex paint. Well, here's the thing, buddy. This paint, once I'm done, will be encapsulated in the butcher block forever with the epoxy resin. In fact, I was looking at when people use real flowers that haven't been dried and putting them in stuff, how it actually finishes and keeps it the way it is forever. So I may do one of these like this and put like spices in it to make it look cool. Put some basil leaves and some thyme and stuff like that. Maybe some cinnamon sticks so it looks like a kitchen cutting board. Anyway, in between cutting this and I'm waiting for Mr. Ellsbury to get back and see if he likes the proofs for his car one that we're ready to cut. I was going through and I was looking because this is silly season right now as far as football goes. And I didn't actually watch it, but of course, Skip, and Shannon. Does Dak Prescott have any shame? I haven't watched the video, so I don't even know where it goes because he lost to Jimmy G. Because he lost to Jimmy Garoppolo. Does Dak Prescott have any shame? He should feel embarrassed about losing to Jimmy Garoppolo in the playoffs. And I'm sure that the team does feel bad and feel ashamed about losing. I can guarantee you that. But here's where I find things kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? Because we kill Dak Prescott for losing to Jimmy Garoppolo. I got to do 3 colors on this. To Jimmy G in San Francisco, right? How are you going to lose in the wild card round at home? Dak, you suck. I mean, we lost 23-17, although we did have a chance in the end there. And between the play calling and the execution, it wasn't good. But if you're going to say, Dak Prescott, you should be ashamed, you should literally run and hide with your tail between your legs. How come we don't say the same thing about Aaron Rodgers? At least Dak had a touchdown pass. At least we scored 17 points. And we weren't the number 1 seed. They were one and done too. They were thought to be the number one seed. Aaron Rodgers was considered the MVP. The MVP of the league. If you are the MVP of the league and you lost and were one and done, how is that not worse than if you're Dak Prescott? Because, Dak Prescott wasn't the MVP. Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys weren't the number one seed in the NFL. So I'm trying to understand how it is Dak should be ashamed and Aaron Rodgers shouldn't. And I don't want to hear this crap that I've been hearing, especially from some of our own Cowboy fans who will never, ever in their life look at a situation and say, you know what, 14 penalties, none on the quarterback. That might have affected Dak Prescott's game. It's funny. We won't give any excuse for Dak. We won't look and say, Zeke Elliott and Tony Pollard only rushed between them 40 yards. We won't say that, Dak, you know what? You kind of got screwed on that. We won't do that. But those same people will say, oh, well, the weather was bad in Green Bay. You can't expect Aaron Rodgers to play well in the weather in Green Bay. That's some bullshit. That is truly some bullshit there, guys. It's Green Bay. The reason why they want to have home field advantage is because of the weather. The Ice Bowl, where they knew the spots on the field, they knew where the store was open that they could go out there and get tennis shoes at halftime for the players, so that way they wouldn't slip on the ice like the Cowboys. That's called home field advantage. And now you're going to say that Aaron Rodgers gets an excuse because the weather was too cold for them? Hello? You know that the weather was the same on both sides of the field, right? San Francisco is a warm weather location. Very rarely do they get below freezing. Yeah. If Dak should feel ashamed of losing to Jimmy Garoppolo, who, mind you, has actually a great record. Don't know how, but he does. If Dak should feel ashamed about losing to him, then we better have Aaron Rodgers on suicide watch. Because the MVP also lost to him. So, Alexander, looking at this, buddy. All right. So, here's the red. I've got to put two coats on there. The blue goes in here. This is white, and this is white. Do you want this to just stay the natural color of the butcher block? And I just put the blue. And the same thing with the letters in there? Or do you want me to actually paint that white? So that's painted white, and that's painted white. And of course, I'll need to tape it off like that. You let me know, buddy. And as always, I appreciate you guys. I got to get the machine set up, and I thought this time I'll try and do this without making a whole bunch of noise. Keep it quiet. That's pretty freaking cool. This is going to be cool when it's done. Hopefully I can get the resin in this tonight. I'm Mark Holmes, and well, you know how we roll. I'll see you later.